ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषये भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। नारायणं पद्मभुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यम् श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यम् तं तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। Can repeat. तदेतत् सत्यम्
तदेतत्
तदेतत्
सत्यं
सत्यम्
यथा सुदीप्तात् पावकात् विस्फुलिङ्गाः
यथा
पावकात्
विस्फुलिङ्गाः
सहस्रशः प्रभवन्ते स्वरूपाः
सहस्रशः प्रभवन्ति स्वरूपाः
तथाक्षराद् विविधाः सौम्यभावाः
तथाक्षरात् विविधाः सौम्यभावाः
प्रजायन्ते तत्र चैवापि यन्ति
प्रजायन्ते चैवापि यन्ति।
We have seen this mantra, Bhashya Sahitam, along with the Bhashya. The Upanishad gives a drishtanta the Drishtanta has to be properly understood, that we have seen. What is the possible misconception? That is important to understand. What is not to be understood? That is important. That is, as these sparks, they become different from the main source, main Agni. Similarly, the Jiva have become separate. They are separate. They enjoy the separate existence. And the same Agni, the same Chaitanyam exists as parts in multiple Jiva. So therefore, there is Ishvara and Aneka Jivaha. This is the Tatparyam of this Dvaita Darshanam. That is not correct, that we have seen. By negating the Upadhi, the Shariradi Upadhi being Mithya, by negating that, the Chaitanyam being same, therefore really nothing is born. No new Chaitanyam is born. It cannot be born. Because it cannot be split. It doesn't have avayava. If it is born, then it will be limited. And therefore, it will continue to be away from Ishvara. There is no aikyam, and the samsara will continue. Samsara is apurnatvam, parichinnatvam. That will continue. Further, moksha is sayujyam. So all those things we discussed and negated. So that is the limitation of the Drishtanta. Having understood the limitation of Drishtanta, how we have to understand or interpret the mantra is that Upadhi being Mithya, there is nothing really born. As the Jiva with its Sharira Upadhi, similarly Ishvara with its Maya Upadhi. Upadhi Vedat, Upadhi, because of the difference in Upadhi, there is Ishvara and Jiva, Veda. Tattvataha na Vedaha, therefore Advaita. This is the meaning, content of this mantra, important. So that mantra, the first mantra, where Brahma was presented as Jagat Karana. The Jagat Karanam, and this Jagat as well as Jiva Karanam, Brahma. Brahma as the Karanam, the cause for both the Jiva and Jagat, that was presented through Drishtanta. So Tatastha Lakshanam of Brahma was presented. So Brahma is the Karanam, and this Jagat is the Karya. Jagat means which includes Jivaha. They are the Karya. So Brahma being the Karanam, did Brahma undergo a change to become the Karya Jagat? That question may arise. Brahma underwent a change and became the Karya Jagat. If Brahma undergoes a change, is it like the change that Dugdam becoming, that milk becoming the curd? That is the Parinama. Milk totally becomes a curd. Milk undergoes a change without undergoing change. Milk has got Dugdatvam. That has to be given up to become the curd. So, similarly, did Brahma undergo a change to become the Karya Jagat, like the milk becoming the curd, like the water becoming the ice? Water becoming the ice also there is really not change. The difference is not clear, as it is very clear in the Drishtanta milk curd example. That Parinama, that Upadana Karanam, that Drishtanta, that is very clear. Once it becomes curd cannot become milk. Whereas water becoming ice. There, the same water, because of the change in temperature, it has become ice. Still, that undergoes a change. Water undergoes a change, become ice, or the seed. That would be a better example. The seed, the bija gets totally destroyed, undergoes a change. Change is destruction of one form to become another form. That is what a change is. And it is like in the example milk curd, it is not reversible. Whereas in water ice, the change is reversible. Similarly, in the bija and the vriksha, from the bija, from the seed, the huge vriksha comes. It is irreversible process. The seed has to get destroyed to become a huge vriksha. Similarly, the clay becoming the pot. There also, as long as the pot is not heated up, not baked, then it can go back to its form. But when it is baked, it is plastic. It cannot go back to its source clay, not possible. So like that, the Brahma also underwent a change to become the Karya Jagat. That question may come. And definitely some change must have happened in the Brahma to become the Karya. Otherwise, Brahma cannot have the status of Karanatvam. So therefore, Brahma must have undergone a change. If Brahma undergoes a change, then it cannot be Brahma. It cannot be Ishvara. How can the mutable Brahma be Ishvara? The Brahma is also like me. Like I undergo change, similarly Brahma also undergo a change. Brahma is also mutable. Therefore, it must be a samsari Brahma. There is no difference between Brahma and the regard to the samsaritum. There is no difference. Like I undergo change. Similarly, Brahma also undergo a change. This idea doesn't require this idea of Bhagavan doesn't require even the support of the Shastra. Little bit of the thinking, the common sense will give this that Brahma must be, Ishvara must be immutable. I remember this discussed with some of my friends, even when I was doing my college. We have some like-minded people, we used discuss that if Bhagavan is there, he must be unchanging. He must be immutable. If Bhagavan also undergoes change, then he cannot be Bhagavan. In spite of the changes, the one who doesn't undergo change, he must be Bhagavan. Probably this idea we would have got from the paperback, like the works of Shivananda or Vivekananda, whatever it may be. But this idea was there. The same thing when we see in the Shastram, so we feel so happy that the same thing is discussed with the Drishtanta. That time Shastra knowledge was there, but now when we see the Shastram, the same line of discussion, that Brahma doesn't undergo change, without undergoing change, it is the karanam of the Jagat. How it becomes the karanam of the Jagat without undergoing change. That is the Brahma being nirvikara. Brahma being nirvikara, that Brahma with the help of this Maya Upadhi. Maya Upadhi becomes the karanam for the Jagat. That is Maya Sahita Brahma is the karanam for the Jagat. Every creation, every product must have two karanam. We have seen Nimitta karanam and Upadana karanam. In the Karya, you don't see the Nimitta. Only the Upadana karanam only you see. In the Ghata, you don't see the pot maker. You see the Upadana karanam Mrit. The material undergoes a change. Therefore, you see the pot. The Nimitta karanam is pot maker, is separate from the material. You don't see the pot maker. Nimitta and Nimittika becoming one, being same is not there. Further, Upanishad gave the example. What example? The spider example. The spider Drishtanta also has that limitation. There is no parallel Drishtanta or equivalent Drishtanta for Drishtanta to show that Nimitta and Nimittika Karanam being the same. We can say dream example. Dream is the very closest example to understand that Nimitta and Upada Karanam being same. So, this Upadana Karanam is Maya Upadi. Maya Upadi, Brahma Sagita. This Maya Sagita Brahma, it is the Upadana Karanam. Brahma is the Nimitta Karanam. This Maya Sagita Brahma, it is the Upadi. When we say Maya Sagita Brahma, the material like starting from the Panchabhuta undergoes a change. Bhautika, the Bhautika in the form of this Stula, etc. So, all the way it is Brahma. Panchabhutas which have come from what? From Brahma is Brahma. And the Panchabhuta undergoing the grossification become Bhautika, that is also Brahma. So all the way it is Brahma. This Maya Upadhi is not separate, not away from Brahma. It is Brahma. From the Karya standpoint, we say that's Maya Sagita Upadhi. Maya Sagita Brahma, which is the Maya Upadhi, that is the Upadana Karanam for Brahma. Brahma not undergoing change. This Upadhi, Maya Upadhi, which is Avyakta Namarupa in the beginning, it becomes Vyakta. So it is only Vyakta Avyakta. The Avyakta Namarupa becoming Vyakta Namarupa. That is what is called the creation is. So with the Maya Upadhi, the Jagat becomes Vyakta. The Namarupatmaka Jagat becomes Vyakta. It does, because of that, the Brahma doesn't undergo any change. It continues to be the same Brahma. Similarly, when everything is resolves back to this Maya Upadhi. Brahma continues to be the same. So, therefore, this Maya Upadhi, this Nama Rupatmaka, this Nama Rupa, Vyakta Nama Rupa, which is Maya, for Srishti it becomes Vyakta. So, this Maya Upadhi, the Upadana Karanam, is called by the name Akshara. That's Upadana Karanam exists separately from the Nimitta Karanam, like the clay and the pot maker? No. This upadana karanam, that Maya Upadi, it has adhishtana. It has adhishtanam, Brahma as adhishtana. Without a Brahma, what is Maya Upadi? In fact, Maya, when we say Maya Upadi, when we say it is Brahma alone. It doesn't exist apart from Brahma. Brahma has got absolute existence. This Maya Upadi being Mithya doesn't exist away from Brahma. Therefore, it is Brahma. There is no parallel drishtanta to show that the nimitta and upadana karanam being the same. As I said, the closest example is only the dream. As the Swapna Prapancha and the nimitta karanam, the dreamer, they don't exist separately, they are one and the same. Similarly, this Brahma doesn't undergo change when this Jagat is projected. The projected Jagat is Brahma. The projected Jagat is Brahma alone. The Namarupa being Mithya, so it is Brahma alone. Therefore, this mantra says, this Maya Upadi is Aksharam. Previously, we have seen Brahma is Aksharam. Now here it says Maya is also Aksharam. Now, there are two Aksharams. This Upadana Karana Brahma is Aksharam, and the Nimitta Karana Brahma is also Aksharam. Both are Aksharam. This Upadana Karana Aksharam doesn't exist apart from Brahma, this Adhishtana Brahma. It is Aksharam, that is, compared to that Adhishtana Brahma is Paraha, it is superior. Compared to this Maya Upadi, Sagita Brahma, the Upadana Brahma, this Nimitta Karana, that Brahma, the Adhishtana Brahma is superior. That is what is said in this mantra. So therefore, for this Srishti, the Brahma with its Maya Upadi, being the Upadana Karanam, and Nimitta Karanam being the Adhishtana Brahma. So therefore, through that, resolving back into the Adhishtana Brahma, the Swarupa Lakshanam of Brahma is presented. The Swarupa Lakshanam of Brahma is presented in this mantra. Tatastha Lakshanam in the previous mantra and Swarupa Lakshanam in this mantra. So therefore, Bhashyakara gives the Sangati. Gives Sangati to this mantra that we will read. Namarupa Bijabhutat
Namarupa
Bijabhutat
Avyakritakyat
Avyakritakyat
Svavikara Apekshaya
Svavikara Apekshaya
Parat
Parat
Aksharat Param Yat
Aksharat
Param Yat
Sarvopadi Vedavarjitam
Sarvopadi Vedavarjitam
Aksharasya Eva Swarupam
Aksharasya Eva Swarupam
Akashasya Iva
Akashasya Iva
Sarvamurti Varjitam
Sarvamurti
Varjitam
Neti Ityadi Visheshanam
Neti Yadi Visheshanam
Vivakshan Aha
Vivakshan
Vivakshan Aha
So aha is the Kriya Padam. Upanishad, aha. Vaktam Ichan Upanishad. Upanishad, which desires to convey. Aha, it tells. What does it tell? That Aksharat, Parat, Aksharat, Param. Aksharat, that is Parat Param. Two Params are there. Two Params are there, Parat Param. One Param referring to the Nirguna Brahma, other Param referring to the Saguna Brahma. This Maya Upadhi Sagita Brahma. So, Parat Param. And the Parat, that Maya Upadhi Sagita Brahma, the Upadana Karanam. The Upadana Karanam. This Upadana Karanam, it is, as I told, it is not away from Brahma. It is Avyakrita. It is Avyakrita. It is Namarupa Bija. All the words are qualifying this Aksharat, Parat Aksharat. So Aksharat, Panchami. When Panchami is there is comparison. Panchami is Apadana, and for comparing two things also Panchami is used. So Parat Aksharat. This Para, that is referring to this Maya Upadhi Sagita Brahma, which is Akshara, which is also Akshara, relatively Akshara. It is relatively Akshara. This Maya Upadhi, in the beginning it is Avyakta, now it becomes Vyakta. Once it becomes Vyakta, the Karya, Jagat, this comes to existence. That undergoes a change. Because of that change, this Param Brahma, that only undergoes change, but there is an unchanging, that Param Brahma, which is the Sakshi. The Sakshi is there in spite of all the changes. A Sakshi, as a Sakshi, the witness, it is there without undergoing change. This Nama Rupa Bija Bhutat Aksharat, and that Aksharat is Param Brahma, which is Sarva Upadhi Veda Vartitam. So, distinguishing this Param and Apara. Param and this Param Brahma and this Aparam Brahma. Otherwise, it is here it is said it as Param Brahma. Both are Param. So one Param is Param Brahma, Aksharam Brahma. One is Aksharam Brahma. Other one is also Aksharam Brahma. That Aksharam Brahma, that is Maya Upadhi Sagita Brahma, it is also called Aksharam relatively because it is Akshara, therefore it is called Aksharam Brahma relatively. Because once it is that remains, this Nama Bija Bhutat, that is this in the form of the Bija, the seed for what? The names and forms, which are the Karya. So Nama Rupa Bija Bhutat, this Aksharam Brahma, this Maya Upadhi Sagita Aksharam Brahma, this Upadana Brahma, which is in the form of the seed. Avyakta, which is in the form of seed for names and forms. Nama Rupa Bija Bhutat. Nama Rupa Bija Bhutat. During Srishti, it becomes Vyakta, and when Pralaya happens, it goes back to the seed. It becomes Avyakta. Therefore, Avyakrita Akyat. Avyakrita iti Akya. Yasya saha. Avyakrita Akyat. That is called Avyakrita. That which is called Avyakrita. Avyakrita Brahma. Avyakta Brahma. Why? Because it is in the form of the name and form and the name and forms in the form of the seed, unmanifest form. Therefore, it is called Avyakta, Avyakrita. Where it is with Brahma. And that alone undergoes change. Therefore, compared to that Maya Upadhi Sagita Brahma, Aksharat, this Brahma, Param Brahma, this Nimitta Karana Brahma, that Nimitta also only from the standpoint of this Upadana. So that is Paraha, that is superior. So compared to this Aksharam Brahma, the Maya Upadhi Sagita Brahma, this Param referring to the Brahma, Param referring to the Brahma. To distinguish that, I use the word Nimitta. But Nimitta and Upadana really only from the standpoint of Maya Upadhi. So compared to this Maya Upadhi Sagita Brahma, this Brahma is Param. Yet, which is Sarva Upadhi Veda Varjitam. Varjitam, free from the Veda, the differences, the varieties of Upadhi. Which as Upadhi, this Maya Sagita Brahma as Upadhi, which is the Karanam, which is the Upadana Karanam for this Sukshma Sharira and Stula Shariras, Upadhis. So, this Maya Sagita Brahma, which is Sopadika, and Param Brahma is Nirupadika. That would be a better word. So, Sopadika Brahma, Nirupadika Brahma. So, compared to Sopadika Brahma, Nirupadika Brahma is superior. So, this Nirupadika Brahma, that is Sarva Upadhi Veda Varjitam Brahma, Aksharasya eva Swarupam. Aksharasya eva Swarupam. It is this Nirupadika Brahma, it is the Swarupam of this Aksharam Brahma. What Brahma? This Maya Upadhi Sagita Brahma. So this Nirupadika Brahma is the Swarupam of this Aksharasya referring to this Maya Upadhi. Maya. So it is the Aksharam Brahma is the Swarupam of this Maya. So it means Brahma is the Adhisthana of this Maya Upadhi, that Maya, which is also called Akshara in this mantra. So, therefore, Brahma is, Param Brahma is Sarva Upadhi Veda Varjitam Param Brahma. Sarva Upadhi Veda Sagitam Brahma is Maya Sagita Brahma, which is Sopadika Brahma, which is also called Aksharam. So, two Aksharams are there. Similarly, the two words are used, Param. For our understanding, we can say one is absolute, other one is relative. Compared to relative, absolute is superior. Therefore, that Param Brahma, that superior Brahma, we can use the word superior because without Upadhi Ragita Brahma, Sarva Murti Varjitam. Sarva Murti means forms. Varjitam, free from. Sarva Murti Varjitam, free from forms. That is, there is no Nama Rupa, the formless. Like what? Like Akasha. Akashasya iva. Akashasya iva. Sarva Murti Varjitam Brahma. So Brahma with the form, Brahma without form is Brahma alone. Brahma with form is the Upadana Karanam. Brahma without form is the Nimitta Karanam. The same Brahma looked at from different standpoint. From the Jagat standpoint, when it is looked upon, it is with form. That form, the form is the Brahma with the form is the Upadhi, Maya Upadhi, Sagita Brahma. That is relative Aksharam. And Nirupadika Brahma, Upadi Beda Varjitam Brahma is which is the Param Brahma, that is the Nimitta Karanam. So therefore, Aksharat, the Sopadika Brahma, Sopadika Brahmanaha, that is Aksharat, is Nirupadika Brahma, Param, Nirupadika Brahman, Param, it is Paraha, it is superior. So therefore, this Nirupadika Brahma, which is Sarvamurti Varjitam, free from form, it is like Akasha. Akashasya iva, Neti Neti, Ityadi, Visheshanam, Vivakshan, Aha. Neti Neti, not this, that is, not this, that is negating the Murta Bhuta as well as the Amurta Bhuta. The Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, this it is said, Ityadi, the Brahma, which is arrived at by negating not this, what you negate the form. The form doesn't exist separately. It has its adhishtanam in Brahma. So therefore, you negate it, neti. You're negating all the description. What you arrive at is the adhisthana Brahma. When you negate everything, can you negate the negator? The negator cannot be negated. The one who is the witness of all the negation. Finally, he is the only person left out. The negator negates everything. If having negated everything, then finally who is left out? The negator is left out. The negator cannot be negated. So what is the adhishtanam of the negator? That is Brahma. So therefore, neti means you withdraw from this nama rupatmaka Brahma. This why it said, because our general orientation is towards the world. It's towards the world. Therefore, we analyze the world. We analyze the world to understand what is Satyam. So when we analyze, we have to negate it. Negate and arrive at the Adhisthana Brahma. Therefore, neti. So neti iti vivakshan bhaktam ichan. For what? To arrive at, to present this Nirguna Brahma, this Sopadika Brahma. This Karya Karana Vilakshana Brahma. The Adhisthana Brahma, to arrive at that. Upanishad Aha, the Upanishad presents. So it means the Swarupa Lakshanam of Brahma, to present the Swarupa Lakshanam of Brahma by negating the process neti, and to arrive at this Karya Karana Vilakshana Nirupadika Adhisthana Brahma, Upanishad Aha, Upanishad tells. Therefore, the Swarupa Lakshanam of Brahma is presented. So, therefore, this Upadi Pradhanyena or Swarupa Pradhanyena, by that the Brahma is presented as Karanam. Brahma is presented as Karanam. Maya Sagita Brahma. That is that Brahma, Maya Sagita Brahma, which has the Adhishtanam. Brahma has the Adhishtanam. That is the Karanam for the Jagat and the Jiva, the Maya Sagita Brahma. Otherwise, it is called Ishvara. Maya Sagita Brahma is technically called Ishvara. Even the word Ishvara we use for Nirgunam Brahma also. Swamiji uses the word Ishvara for Nirgunam Brahma, depending on the context to be understood. So compared to this Saguna Brahma, Nirguna Brahma is superior. Why Nirguna? Because it is Paramarthika. It is Paramarthika. There are no two Brahma, Saguna and Nirguna. Saguna is from the Vyavaharika standpoint. Nirguna is the Paramarthika standpoint. Why Vyavaharika? Because Vyavaharika is real for us, for the Jiva who deals with the Jagat. For him, the Jagat is real. This Saguna Brahma is real. Saguna Brahma is real. The content of Saguna Brahma is Chaitanya, which is Nirguna. Upadhi is being Mithya. That is why Neti. That is why Neti. So, the same Brahma, by negating Neti, this Saguna Brahma, looking at without Upadhi, it's called Nirguna Brahma, Karya Karana Vilakshana Brahma. So, that Shruti wants to present. That Shruti wants to the present. Therefore only the Upanishad says Parat Paraha iti. Parat Paraha iti, the Upanishad says. So now we will read the mantra. Divyo Hyamurtaf Purushaha.
Divyo Hyamurtha Purushaha
Sabhagyabhyantaro Hyajaha.
Sabhabhyabhyantaro Yajaha
Prano Hyamana Shubhraha.
Prano Yamana Subraha
Yaksharat Parataf Paraha.
Yaksharat Parataf Paraha.
All the words are important. This Purushaha, the word Purushaha, Divyaha, Amurtaha, Sabhagyab Yantaraha, Ajaha, Pranaha, Amanaha, Shubhraha, Parataha, Aksharat Paratah Paraha. So all the words are important. The words. It is in fact, it is the description of the Brahma. Brahma which cannot be defined, which cannot be described. The Upanishad tries to define, as it did in the first section of the first Mundaka. Similarly, here also. So Brahma is called Purushaha. Brahma is because it is Purna, because it is complete, because it pervades everything. There is nothing which is not pervaded by Brahma. That pervasiveness, when we say pervasive, the pervasiveness, for that we take Akasha as the example. Akasha as the example for the pervasiveness. There is no place where space is not there. But whenever we think of space, we think, even though we cognitively we understand what space is, but still the understanding, it is not the complete understanding, complete is not possible. Complete understanding is not possible, even for space. When you say space, space means space pertaining to the Jagat. There is space. What about the space outside the earth? That is which contains all the galaxies, the cosmos. What is the end? Even space also, we conceive of a space means an enclosure. Inside nothing is there. So with reference to the objects, in with reference to the objects, like in the earth, with reference to the objects, there is an enclosure. There is an enclosure, therefore it's a huge space. The space is huge. It is unlimited. It's a word, but we cannot conceive of it. To think of the space doesn't have limit. It is very difficult to conceive of. That space itself is a product of Brahma. Then what could be the Brahma? The mind cannot really capture what Brahma. It is not possible because the mind itself is the karya, is the karya of this Brahma. And how can the mind can conceive the karanam of the Brahma, karanam of it? It is not possible. Therefore, mind has got that limitation. Therefore, for space itself, it has got this limitation. What about the Brahma? The Upanishad says Purnam, simply says Purnam. It is pervades everything. It is complete. It is complete. It pervades everything. Everything means the whole universe, Jagat, which includes beings also, all the beings. So Piparti, Purayati, Sarvan Purayati iti Purushaha. That which pervades everything. That pervades everything. Everything is everything. It's called Purushaha. That which pervades everything, the Jagat, the Jiva. Therefore, it is obtained in this Shariram also. This Parichinna, this Upadhi, Shariram also, it is obtained. Therefore, Purushaha. This Brahma, which is Purav Ushati, Purayati, Sarvan Purayati. Therefore, this Brahma is called Purushaha. Purushav Purushaha. It's a Mahavakya. Purushav Purushaha. That Purusha, who is that Purusha? That Brahma, Purusha, and this Purusha, this Jiva, Purushav Purushaha. It is same. There is no difference. There is no difference between this Purusha and that Purusha. They are one and the same. Therefore, Purushav Purushaha. Purav Ushati. Not only that Purav, Sarvan Purayati, which pervades everything. That is Brahma. Akashavat, we can say. Akashavat, because that is the closest example for understanding the pervasiveness. Therefore, Akashavat. And that Purusha, that Brahma is Divyaha. Divyaha means that which is shining, which is effulgent. Which is shining, which is effulgent. That is called Divyaha. So, that is this Brahma, which is consciousness, the Chaitanyam, it is Divyaha, which is effulgent. Word Divyaha as God, something more. Divyaha means it can be that which is shining, which is effulgent, could be Laukika or Alaukika. Here it is Alaukika. That effulgence is not that of the known effulgence of a luminary thing. It is Alaukika. It is Alaukika. Alaukika means it is not Laukika. Not let us not our understanding be limited by the Laukika. Laukika luminaries. It is not a luminary. That which is luminous, that which is effulgent, that which is shining, that which is shining, that which is because of which everything is lighted. Everything shines because of which. That is the Divyaha. So Divyaha is which is the light of consciousness. Consciousness, the Chaitanyam, Brahma. The light of consciousness, we say. So here, the light of consciousness, we have to understand what is this light of consciousness. That's an expression, light of consciousness. The light is not the property of consciousness. Light means not the physical light. Light is the effulgence, that the witness, that is in the presence of that consciousness, the Chaitanyam, only everything is available for recognition. So everything is the object of consciousness, but this consciousness is not an object. Everything is an object of consciousness, but this consciousness, this Chaitanyam, is not an object of consciousness. It is a witness. It is a witness of everything. It is a witness of everything. The witness cannot be witnessed. Therefore, it is compared to the light. Therefore, it is a light. And that light is not Laukika, it is Alaukika. Bhashakara later will say, the Bhashyam we will see. Divyaha means Dyotanavan. Divyaha Dyotavan. Swayam Jyotishtvat. Swayam Jyotihi. Swayam Jyotihi means that it itself is Jyotihi. Swayam Jyotihi. The one who is consciousness. The one who has consciousness. You can say who has, but here has, it is the equivalent to Shashti Vibhakti in Sanskritam. The one who has, the one who is of the nature of consciousness, the one who is endowed with consciousness. That word also we can use the understanding, the endowed with, the one who has. It is like Ragoho Shiraha. Ragoho Shiraha. The Shashti Vibhakti here, if we use Shashti Vibhakti or the English equivalent as or endowed with, when we use, you have to understand that is like Ragoho Shiraha. Ragu has got Shira only, doesn't have the body. So to call Ragoho Shiraha means what? Rahu's Shira, the head of Rahu. Rahu is the planet, the imaginary planet. So the Rahu who has got head, he has got only head. What about he? Then saying that he, the one who has head, but we understand what it means. Similarly here also. So it is not the property. It is not the property of this Chaitanyam, this consciousness, the Brahma. That is, Swarupa is Divyaha, Jyotihi, the light, the effulgence. That is his Swarupa, Jyotihi. Acharya, as in his Prakarana Grantha, Ekashloki, the one shloka, Acharya he had written Prakarana Grantha starting from one shloka to thousands of shlokas. Simple. The Tatparyam of Vedanta is presented in the form of a single shloka. Tatparyam is presented in hundreds of shlokas also. In the Ekashloki, so one of the Prakarana Grantha, that's also a Prakarana Grantha. Ekashloki means only one shloka. That Acharya says, Kim Jyotis Tava Bhanu Mana Hanime Ratrau Pradipadikam. What is a Jyotihi? Ahani Kim Jyotihi Bhanuhu. In the daytime, what is a Jyotihi? What is a light? Surya is a light. Ratrau Pradipadikam Syadevam Pravidipadarshana Vidau Kim Jyotirakhyagime. The Ratri, what is the Jyoti? In the daytime, Ravi, the Surya, Bhanu is a Jyoti. The Ratri, what is a Jyoti? A lamp could be a Jyoti. A lamp which is lit up. That is a source of light for recognizing the objects. The daytime being the Surya, the nighttime, the lamp. Chakshus tasya nimilanadi samaye kim dhidhiyor darshane kim tatrahamato bhavan paramakam jyotis tadasmi prabho. Chakshuhu nimilanadi samaye. When the eyes are closed, when you are in sleep, what is the Jyoti? That is in the Swapna, what is the Jyoti? The Swapna, you see the Prapancha. In the sleep, you have switched off all the physical lights. In the dark room, you are sleeping. But in the Swapna, there is some light because you are seeing the dream. The dream Swapna, in the dream, there is light. Therefore, only you interact with the people, the objects in the dream. What is that light? That is the light of the Buddhi, Dihi. Buddhehe, Buddhehe, Buddhehe Jyotihi, Buddhehe Jyotihi. Now, what is the Jyoti of that Buddhi? Even the Buddhi, which is an object, which is an object, object of this, object of something. What is that? By which the Buddhi is also is objectified. The Buddhi is also recognized. Then the Shishya says, that is myself. So, Aham Jyotihi, Aham Param Jyotihi. I, the Jyoti, the light, the consciousness, it is the Param Jyotihi. It is what Jyoti? This Jyoti is called Alaukika Jyoti. Laukika Jyoti is Suryaha, that light, etc. These are Laukika Jyoti. This Alaukika Jyoti is Param Jyoti, which is the Sakshi Chaitanya, which is myself. And because of that Chaitanyam, because of the light of consciousness, everything is illuminated. That is Alaukika Jyotihi and Divyaha Purushaha iti. So that is what the Upanishad says here. So Param Jyotihi, the Jyoti which is Param, which is absolute. The Jyoti doesn't require another Jyoti for its recognition, for its objectification, for its knowing, not required. Minus that Jyoti, nothing is recognized. Minus Jyoti, minus Sakshi Chaitanyam, nothing can be known, nothing exists. So, therefore, Jyotihi Divyaha iti. Divyati iti Divyaha. Divi Bhavaha. That's why I said Alaukika. Divi Bhavaha. That which is, Divyaha is a word, it's a Tadita word. Divi Bhavaha Divyaha. That which is in the Divi. Divi means Swarga. That which is in the Swarga is called Divyaha. Swarga means, here it is Alaukika, not Swarga Loka. Divi Bhavaha means that which is doesn't belong to this world. It means it is Adhishtanam of this world. That is the meaning. Adhishtanam of the Jagat. Doesn't belong to the world, means doesn't available for objectification like one of the objects of the world. Therefore, it is Divyaha. The Divyaha is important. So much meaning is there in the word, very Divyaha itself. Not Divi Bhavaha means Divi meaning Swarga. The word Divi has got the meaning Swarga. So it is not there in the Swarga. Divi Bhavaha means that which is not accessible by any ordinary means of knowledge, any means of pramana. Therefore, Divihi, it is Alaukikaha. It is not one of the object of consciousness. All the objects are available for recognition, and that which is not available as an object, that a very subject, in the presence of which only everything is illuminated, that is called Divyaha. The next word, important word, Sabhagya Vyantaraha. This word we saw in the Kathopanishad also, the recent mantra. Ekaha Suryaha Sarvalokasya Chakshuhu Tata Ekaha Atma Sarvabhutantaratma. And the next word we saw, Lokasya Chakshuhu Ekasuryaha Tata Lokasya Chakshuhu Na Lipyate Chakshushir Bhagya Doshehi. Similarly, Ekastata Sarvabhutantaratma Na Lipyate, and it is Bhagyaha Cha, we saw in the Kathopanishad, Bhagyaha. So, Abhyantara Atma as well as Bhagyaha. Both these words are combined and becomes Sabhagya Bhyantaraha. Sabhagya Bhyantaraha means Bhagya Abhyantarena Saha Vartate. That which is inside and outside. Inside as and outside. What is Bhagya Prapancha? What is inside? That is Abhyantara Prapancha. What is Bhagya? Bhagya means Bhagya Prapancha. So the Bhagya Prapancha referring to the Prapancha, the external world. And Abhyantara Prapancha is the inside world. Inside means from the Shariram onwards, inside. So the division is because of this upadhi, the shariram, individual upadhi. Therefore, this Purusha, this Chaitanyam, it is there outside, in the external. Bhagihi bhavaha bhagyaha. Abhyantare bhavaha abhyantaraha. Both are Tadita words. So Bhagihi bhavaha bhagyaha, in the external world, prapancha, this Chaitanyam is there, it is obtained in the external world. Is it only external? It's also internal. It is inside this the shariram also, because it is Purushaha, the form of this mind, prana, etc. It is like the space, a gata which separates the akasha into inside and outside. The walls of the space makes that division inside and outside. Inside akasha, outside akasha. Similarly, the walls of this shariram as though divides this Chaitanyam into inside and outside, but really that is not the division. That the division is negated by saying Sabhagya Bhyantaraha means that Chaitanyam it is present. It is present. It is the Adhara. As Adhara, it is present with everything, present everywhere. So the inside and outside is not there for Brahma. For our understanding, the Upanishad says inside and outside. What is inside? Brahma, it is inside and outside, as well as it outside means what it means. It is everywhere. For everything, Brahma is the Adhishtanam. So for what is inside also, Brahma is Adhishtanam. For what is outside also, Brahma is Adhishtanam. So Bhagya Prapancha, for Bhagya Prapancha, Brahma is the Adhishtanam. For Antara Prapancha also, Brahma is the Adhishtanam. So Brahma is the Adhishtanam. For the Antara Prapancha, if you take that to be this prana, etc., the manas, etc., there Brahma is the Adhishtanam. Brahma is as Adhishtanam, it is present. How it is present? It is present as Chit. It is present as Chit, the consciousness, it is present. The mind is there. In the mind, this Chaitanyam, the Chaitanyam is present. Therefore, it is mind. Therefore only the mind thinks. Therefore, only the mind is mind. Without Chaitanyam, and the mind only, the Chaitanyam is obtained as the Chit, the Chidabhasa, the consciousness. The mind reflects this. We use the word reflect. That is a vada, that is a model presented. The mind becomes Chetana. The mind is really Jadam, but it becomes Chetana because of this Chaitanyam. Therefore, this Sat Brahma, the Adhisthana Brahma, which is obtained as the consciousness, which is obtained or which is recognized in the mind, because the mind, which is Achetana, get the status of Chetanatvam, and therefore it is recognized. What about in the outside world, Bhagya Prapancha? Bhagya Prapancha, Jada Vastus are there, Chaitanya Vastu, Jada Vastus are there, as the Adhara, as the Adhisthana of this Ajada, this Jada, as the Adhara of this Jada, this Achetana Vastu, the same Chaitanyam is present as Sat. So, for Achetana Vastu, what is the difference between Achetana and Chetana? Chetana has got the mind. The mind reflects the Chaitanyam, the consciousness. Mind is also Jada. For Achetana, there is no mind. Does it mean that Chaitanyam is not there? Chaitanyam is there in the form of the Sat, the very existence, it is there. Therefore, that which is recognized as Sat with regard to the Jada Vastu, that which is recognized as Chit with regard to the Chaitanya Vastu, that Vastu, that Chaitanyam, which is Sat, which is Chit, and it is Anantaha. Which is Anantaha means it is unlimited. There is no Parichinnatvam. Therefore, there is no inside and outside. Therefore, it includes both. Therefore, Bhagyaha Antaraha. Bhagya Byantarena Saha Vartate. Sa Bhagya Byantaraha. Ajaha. another important word, ajaha. Ajaha means na jayate. That avidyamanaha, janma yasyasaha. That which doesn't have janma. That which doesn't have janma. What is janma? The birth of this Stula Shariram is called a janma. Really speaking, the upadhi. Upadhi only is born. The birth of the upadhi is called janma. Sukshma Shariram doesn't have janma. Sukshma Shariram being there, therefore only Stula Shariram is born. So, upadhi, upadehe janma eva janma. Upadhi being nitya. It doesn't have separate existence apart from Brahma. So upadhi is born. Upadhi only is born. Along with the upadhi, Brahma is also born. That is not correct. Brahma is not born. Chaitanya is not born. Chaitanya being present, because of which this upadhi enjoys the Chaitanatvam, the Sharira upadhi, and it comes into existence. Therefore it is jayate. What is jayate? This Shariram jayate, upadhi jayate. What about Brahma? That is not jayate. That is not also not born along with the Shariram. If it is born with the Shariram, it will go away with the Shariram. So it comes and goes like the Shariram. Then it is also become one of the Jada. The Shariram being Jada, it comes to existence, but not the Chaitanya. Therefore, it doesn't have Janma. Doesn't have Janma, and therefore doesn't have Marana. So Ajaha, when you say, it is free from the limitation of Stula Sharira. Ajaha. Ajaha means that which doesn't have birth. So because there is a adhyasa, there is a superimposition, that upadhi, along with the upadhi, Brahma is born. To negate that, this is called neti. To negate that, Brahma is to say and to convey that Brahma is free from any limitation, Stula limitation or Sukshma limitation. Yes, Stula limitation is dismissed. Brahma is free from the Stula Sharira. Because it is free from the Stula Sharira, therefore one can think it can be limited. It can be limited by the Sukshma Shariram. That also dismissed. With the birth of the Shariram, Prana is also born. Both are born simultaneously. Prana also is there. So Brahma could be limited by the Sukshma Shariram. So with the birth of the Sukshma Shariram, Brahma is also born. You can say, no, the Brahma is also not Sukshma Shariram. That is dismissed by the word Pranaha. The body has got Prana, not the Brahma. Brahma doesn't have Prana. Because of Brahma only the Prana functions. Because of Prana, the body functions. Therefore, Brahma is not even Sukshma Sharira. Therefore, Apranaha, along with that Amanaha, because Prana and Manas, these two belong to the Sukshma Shariram. So, Amanaha, it is not also the mind. Brahma is not the Prana, Brahma is not the mind. So, all the possible wrong conception, they are dismissed. Prana could be Brahma. Prano Brahmeti Vijanat. Mano Brahmeti Vijanat. All those things are dismissed. Apranaha, Manaha, Shubhraha, Aksharat Paratah Paraha iti. That we will see. We'll see that in the next class. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.
धन्यवादः.
धन्यवादः जी.
I will send the link for the class in 10 minutes.